Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. I don't have a choice. I don't know how much slower I can say that, or how many different times you can say it. And I'm not just talking for me. I'm talking for everybody who's neurodivergent, everybody who's dealing with depression, everybody who's dealing with bipolar and autism and other issues like that. We don't have a choice. Get that fricking through your dumb, normal skulls, please. We can't make decisions and rationale on our situations when it comes around. When my brain tells me that looking at that little crack in the corner over there, because it's quite interesting, because it's got a bit of floor stuff on it and it's interesting. I wonder how they came about all that, and my head might go down into a direction whereby I might start researching how they started to create doors like this and why they set them like that and where it was started, how long back and all that. That thought, that simple thought, may override my need to eat, may override my need to use the bathroom. For that moment, for how long that focus lasts, that event is more important to my brain than anything. And it doesn't matter what other external stimuli there are. It doesn't matter whether or not I'm supposed to go and eat, whether or not I need to use the bathroom, whether or not I need to go and have a shower, whether or not the washing needs done, whether or not the dogs need to be let out. I do not have a choice. I do not have control of the energy. I've always said it in this way. Depression, bipolar, autism, they are super users. They have all the admin rights. You're just a normal basic user. It's very hard for you to override them. They have control of all the energy in your brain. You don't have a choice in this matter. I have to create so many coping strategies back in a second. For example, I just went and counted the floorboards in the bathroom. That thought just came into my head and I had to go deal with it. Right the fuck now. Which totally broke my train of thought. But I had to go and do it. Why? Because I thought the amount of floorboards in the bathroom had changed shape. No reason for it. It's just last night, when I went to the bathroom at I think about 2 a.m, I remember looking down and seeing the floor and thinking, that looks odd. Probably because I was half asleep. But right at this second, I had to just go and fricking check it, and it wouldn't have mattered. If I had been live on stream and not been able to pause, I would have just wandered off. Do you know that 20% of my videos don't get uploaded? Not because I say or do anything that I don't want you to see, but because I will be talking to you. I'll be doing a vlog, I'll be setting the vlog up, everything will go fine, and then all of a sudden I'll get a faraway look in my eyes and I'll wander off. Because something will have come to mind, and that something is so important and so interesting that I've got to go and check on it right then. And sometimes I forget to press the pause button, and so therefore my computer is left with this vlog, which was going to be probably about 6 to 8 minutes, probably 10 minutes max, and it ends up being 2 hours long because I'm then in the back, because I've ended up in the backyard trying to fix a piece of cabling, and then I come back up and I fetch a solar panel from in here that as a backup one, and I thought, I wonder if I put that on there, and then I'll be out there doing that, and this vlog will be completely out of my mind until I come back and go, oh shit, not again. It isn't multiple personalities. It isn't another personality taking over or anything like that. It is just my brain has a limited to-do list, a limited amount of options, marbles, tokens, call it what you will, per day, per moment. Very limited. And some of those tokens are much bigger than others. And some will knock everything else off the list. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. We don't have a choice. We don't do this because it's fun. Do you think I really enjoy having to stay in this house, having to be in this house for the last 340 days? You people couldn't handle 2 or 3 weeks of lockdown. Honestly, tell me, how would you fucking handle being stuck in a house for an entire year, 2 years, 4 years, 18 years, for an entire life? How would you cope? No, it's not a vacation. A vacation, you have a choice to leave. It is a prison. And so you have to make the prison look good and be nice and have all your stuff in your safe room and that, because you know you've got to basically try and make it as good as possible because you're stuck here. Yes, I have a lot of technology. I am extremely, extremely privileged to have all this technology. But I would give every fucking thing up in this house. I would. If I had the freedom to just leave at a moment's notice. If I could go out of my house and meet my friends. If I could walk down to the local shops or go to the cinema or walk in the local park or just walk around the block or go down the street or visit the local town or visit the local shops or visit my friends or get on a plane and go to America or all these things that I would love to do or go. I'd love to go visit Valve and go and say hello to them and get a tour of their offices and that and see them. I'm sure I could arrange that if I could leave my house. I'd love to go and visit my friends in America and in Europe and things like that. And instead, I'm in this house 24/7. That isn't a fucking vacation, that's a prison. That isn't a vacation, that's a prison. And it's so hard. And part of me is happy that it's so hard for you to understand, because if you understood, you'd be going through it as well. And I don't want anybody to go through what I go through. You see me on here laughing and happy and joking, and it's not a facade. I have gotten used to it. I'm here. This is what I've got. I make the best of it. I make the absolute best of it. I have all my coping strategies. I have my different computer systems. I have my different projects to take my mind off, to focus on and to know it's all working. Because if I didn't, well, just tell me how you felt during COVID when you were stuck in your house for 3-4 weeks and couldn't visit your friends, couldn't see your friends, couldn't go to the local park, couldn't have coffee or tea with your friends. Tell me how that felt. And how do you think your mental health would go dealing with it a year? This is why all this is here. This is why the VR, the games, the streaming and everything is here, and the vlogging every day. My brain can't live in the world out there. And don't ever for 1 minute think that it's easy. Do you think I love living off handout? Well, think that makes your mental health any better, knowing you're living off handouts? Do you think it makes you feel any better to know that you're at the whim of a bureaucratic system? At any point in time they can take it away from you and you'll lose everything? Do you have any idea how that feels to someone? To know that we're seeing that we people who are stuck on disability are seen as dragging the entire society down, and we're weaponized by each political party. And yeah, I get it why a person going out to work would be frustrated and angry and pissed off that he seemingly has less than I do, who sits around at home doing nothing every day. We don't have a choice. I'm not the worst off, I'm not the best off, but we don't have a choice. I don't know anybody who's genuinely disabled or ill or dealing with all these problems, depression, bipolar, autism, or anything like that, anything, and actually wants to be locked into their house 24/7. And this is why I do everything that I do. All of the coping strategies I have in place. To keep me safe every day. To allow me to function every day. I'm not the worst off. I'm not the best off. I make do with what I have because I know my limits. I can't just shake it off. Oh, I wish I could. I wish I could just shake it off. Life would be so much easier. Yeah, just shake it off. Just shake it off. That's the way to do it, isn't it?